Smurfy greetings, YouTubers. It is I, Hellgear. Today, in addition to it being Father Hell's birthday, is International Women's Day. So it's only customary that I do this special episode of Smurf's Epic Run showcasing the ladies. We're going to run through the grove for today. I also want to let you know, in addition to making sure that you like, sub, and bell, we're trying to reach 2,000 subscribers. Today is the beginning of the spring sale in the Smurf shop. Link is in the description below. Save off the 35% off on your purchases from now until the 11th. So Smurfette, being as powerful as she is, has a heart and gliding ability. Of course, I lost the heart, but it's okay. She's one of the best regular Smurfs in the game. And her gliding is only matched by very few characters. And that's crazy. Still didn't get the gold on this, huh? Oh well, it's fine. Now there are a couple of ladies, of course, when it came to the Grove, the Smurfs Epic Run, when this game was around. And I'm going to go through as many as possible. Sassette, you're next. Little Miss Stomping. All right. Stomping is a nice ability. It can get you through certain shortcuts. It can even take out spikes. Which is pretty nice, actually. Damn it. This was a technique I used to do back when we had events. Where I would constantly stomp on the springs. Now, had I stomped right there, I would have been able to pick up that last coin. You can also stomp to get rid of glue. Finish this one out, Sassette. You get to finish this one out, even though you got robbed at the end. It's okay. It's okay. That's a gold. That one's a gold. But you know what? That's okay. This maybe one day, if Imps decides they'll add the Smurflings to the Smurfs cartoon. Time will tell. Now, Princess Smurfette. Oh my goodness, this version of Smurfette is nuts. Sip my water here. This version of Smurfette can also use the stomping ability instead of gliding, but permanent rainbow potion. Comes standard with this version of Smurfette. See, stomping also takes care of spiky enemies like that. Normally you can't jump on the spiky enemies, but a stomp can take out spiky enemies. See? Any other time you jump on one of those enemies, you'd be dead. Smurfette puts on a lot of hats in this game. She puts on a lot of hats. And I do mean that. She does put on a lot of hats. There are a lot of versions of Smurfette in this game. I do not have them on, especially since many of them were in-app purchases. All right. Great Smurfette is only good at a flying key stage. So let's go find the flying key. Um, is the flying okay? Flying key is not in this chapter. Let's go to chapter 3. I gotta find the flying key. There we go. All right, now I can show off the flying key powers. So, Great Smurfette is good in the flying key stages. Normally, the flying key stages are dark, but as you can see, she gives you more of a light radius. Ooh. Okay. No special jumps. Gotta remember that. No special jumps. That's what I keep forgetting. You have to remember that in addition to all of these different hats that Smurfette wears, they all have their own unique traits. And of course, you get two keys with the Great Smurfette and the Flying Key stages. All right, now that we've showcased Great Smurfette's powers, let's get back to the regular programming. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to scroll back to. Okay, so we're on the fourth one now. Now we can get into actual Grove action here. I'll come back to Christmas Smurfette in a moment, but it's Storm's turn. Now, when I first debuted Smurfstorm, I said to myself that she was $20 well spent, and I stick by that because at the time, Smurfstorm was an in-app purchase for 20 bucks. And running through this area, Stormy was very, very key. See, Stomp would have got me that part. So, Smurfstorm is immune to flying enemies. So, in a sense, she's kind of like the opposite to Policeman Smurf, in addition to having 3 jumps. So all these dragonflies, she can just tank them. Now, ground enemies, she won't be able to tank like the police Smurf. But the flying enemies, no problem. No problem for Stormy. No problems at all. And you gotta love that too. Actually, to conserve time, I'm not going to showcase Christmas Smurfette since it's a tournament action. And now it's Smurf Willow's turn. And this is where things get crazy. Let's go to this stage. Every 50 coins, a new potion. One of the best Smurfs in the game right here is the leader of the girls. But you're going to find out real quick just how busted Willow is. if you don't know already. See those potions? I messed up. I was supposed to get the big coin down there. I was only able to do that because I was invincible. But I wasn't invincible there. Now, the funny thing is, in future updates, they actually dispelled Smurfwillow's powers when you use King Smurf. So when you're using the Save Me for King Smurf's powers, her ability is actually qualmed. You can stack 5 potions at a time with Smurf Willow. And doing this in tournaments is some of the most busted madness ever. And if you can keep that going, you can make some very high scores in the tournament. I know. I've taken home a lot of Ruby and Onyx Black trophies with Smurf Willow. She was when the second season of this game debuted, when the Lost Village was in the theaters, they started doing events, the limited time events where you had to collect X number of collectibles to get a free Smurf. And Smurf Willow was the very first one. Her ability was so broken that fellow Smurfs who shared this ability later on had to get a watered down version of it. Now, at the end of the Smurf of this portal realm of the Lost Village, you got this particular Smurf, which, if you can't tell by the hair, is actually Smurf Lily. So 2 hearts and 3 jumps for the Mysterious Smurf, which is actually, as I said, is actually Smurf Lily. So Smurf Lily is in the game, but she's in disguise. Just like Storm, 3 jumps. But she can take 2 hits. I even remembered the first time I picked up a heart potion. It came with this update that they added another potion to this game. And when it happened, see, there goes me tanking 1 hit. When it happened, when I got the first heart potion, I let my Smurfs Epic Run group know about it. Because before this update, we didn't have a heart potion. And there goes my other heart. So I've used my 3 HP. It's okay. Lily got through. And now we get to we get to one of the cooler ones. Later on during the game, where we got the golden area, like the golden ruins, they had another event. And in that event, you could unlock Smurfblossom. She essentially was a watered down version of Smurfette. She could take a hit like Smurfette. She didn't glide as far as Smurfette. But what made her great is the fact that she actually had one of the coolest things happen to her, which I hope the cartoon actually does emphasize. And that is fire immunity. Like, Smurfblossom is fireproof. So let me turn off the fire hose, put on the double coin scepter, and just play this in classic mode, just to show off her ability. Again, not having the gliding strength as Smurfette, but also being able to take a hit like her new best friend, as she says in the movie Lost Village, was fine. Oh, I took that hit too early. But it's okay. As you can see, she takes fire like a champ. This is good because normally the only way you would be immune to fire is if you wore the fireball ring. But with Smurfblossom, there was no real need for the fireball ring. It's too bad that Smurfblossom was poorly timed, because if you were already past this fiery section of the first chapter, you really couldn't see her shine unless you faced the stage later on that had a lot of fireballs. At the beginning, I thought that this ability was super cool because it was unique. Nobody else had this at the time. And then they did Smurfblossom a bit of a misjustice. And I'm going to show you with the last of the ladies that I'd show off today in this video. I'm going to need to hit my inhaler after this, but I'm fine right now. Oh boy. So let's go back to the grove. Okay, now that we're back in the grove, I'm going to show you how they did Smurfblossom a little bit of a disservice. No, wait, keep the double coin scepter. Later on in the updates, which Smurfette is super busted, but I just don't have the time to showcase her. They gave us this version of Smurfette known as Umbrella Smurf. And they lit and yes, it's called Umbrella Smurf, but it's essentially Smurfette. And what they did here was they gave Smurfette Smurfblossom's fire immunity and an extra experience points boost, which is unfortunate. So don't be fooled by the fact that this is called Umbrella Smurf. It's just Smurfette using Smurfblossom's powers. It was very unfortunate that they gave Smurfblossom a disservice by making another version of Smurfette. And this version of Smurfette uses Smurfblossom's abilities. Boost! It's sad in a way. Not just sad because it's another Smurfette, but the fact that they literally robbed a unique Smurf of her talents. It really was sad that they disserviced Smurfblossom like that. This concludes the Women's Day episode of Smurf's Epic Run. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember, from now until the 11th of March, you can save up to 35% off on your purchases in the Smurf shop, including the Easter design, which is now back for a limited time. Like, sub, and bell, thank you for your support. But for now, I take my goose from the oven because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody.